Howdy, howdy, partner. My name is Doug Rabadab, and welcome to Fallout Shelter. Tips and tricks, alright, on how to play this game. And this game is very simple, but it's also quite complex actually. So the first tips is always build the same room adjacent to each other, just like this room. Did you see this room? Build it next to each other. You can build max 3 of the same room adjacent to each other. They are more efficient that way. They are actually around 10 to 15% more efficient on producing electricity or anything that room produces. There is some exception, such as the storage room, or there's a couple of rooms that it doesn't matter if you merge it or not. But generally, if it produces resources, merge it together. If you build room of the same type next to each other and it doesn't want to merge, try checking its level. Room with different level will not be able to merge together. So for example, let me upgrade this one. So this is now level 2 building. So if I build a power generator next to it, it will not combine, it will not merge. Now what you can do is actually you can upgrade it and it will merge together again. So basically, if you try to merge a room together and they don't want to merge, check the level. And the maximum number of room that you can merge is 3. Always merge. So that's the first thing. Second tip. So what you can do is you can actually bring a dweller around and see it. If it's see -1, +1. If you move it around, you can see a number on top of their head. Plus number means that dweller produces resources faster in that place. So higher number means the dweller is better at that job than the others. Plus is better, minus is worse. Higher number is always better than lower number. I think that's quite easy. Now the way this room produce resources is quite weird. The worker inside it, the dweller inside the room, dictates on how fast you produce resources in that room, alright? But it doesn't increase the number of resources that you get every time it finish creating that resources. So this one, see, I take some of the resources away. So how fast we can harvest their resources is depending on the skill of the worker. But the number of resources that you get from harvesting it is actually controlled by the number of room being merged and the level of the room. So this one, so you can see here the production is 40. Now that number 40 doesn't change if you like remove people or not. So if you harvest a room once every couple of hours, you don't need good worker inside it. But if you play it like for 2 or 3 hours at a time, then the number of worker inside it will help you get more resources and harvest a little bit more. Tips number 3. Have more than 3 minutes worth of resources. Otherwise your vault may die. What I find out is if you have more than 3 minutes of resources, the vault will, stay green all the time. But if you don't have it, when you come back, it's red. Tips number 4. Alright, so lunch boxes you get in the beginning of the game, you get around 3 to 4 free lunch boxes by just playing 10 minutes. And these lunch boxes are very, very useful. You don't really need lunch boxes to win this game, to progress through this game. But in the beginning, they're quite useful. One of the best things that you can get from the lunch boxes are rare and legendary dwellers. They are the best resources. They have like the highest stats and they basically just very, very good at producing anything. And the best one you can get is actually any legendary with a high charisma, so you can, make a lot more girls pregnant a lot faster. So one of the things that you can do is actually, what you can do in the beginning of the game is finish those quests and open your lunch boxes. After you open your lunch boxes, if you don't get anything good, if you don't get rare or legendary dwellers in the first 3 lunch boxes, you can always restart the game. And not waste a lot of time. I don't really recommend it. It feels like cheating. I don't actually do it. I do it once and I get a very good legendary, and I, you know, basically just play with that safe game. So sometimes it's worth it to do that. Tip number 5. Now, the only way to increase the number of dwellers, and believe me, you need a lot of dwellers in your vault, is first of all through lunchboxes, which cost money, through radio, which need a lot of people, and or make the women pregnant. Now, the number of visitor will stop around when you have around 12 dwellers. So afterwards, you need to get radio to attract them. Now, to get radio, you need around 20 dwellers, and the game kind of slowed down quite a lot before you get radio. So what you need to do is build a couple of living quarter and try to get as many women as you can get in your vault. Now, straight away when you get the women, grab a man, grab a woman, put it inside the room, in the same room, and make her get pregnant. Now, a high charisma character will get the girl pregnant faster than a character with lower charisma stats. Pregnant women will be able to work, so you can move it around, but they will not be able to extinguish fire or fight, so just keep that in mind. Just make sure that each room have a non-pregnant character, at least one non-pregnant character, so that if there's fire or if there is bug there, you can actually take care of it. Tips number 6. Rush, rush, rush. Rushing gives you the experience and give you some money actually. As long as the incident rate is below 40%, just rush. Alright? If it's above 40%, sometimes it's not worth it to rush it, because sometimes you will fail quite often. And on the worst case scenario, oh, like that. On the worst case scenario, you can actually, okay, leave them there. Worst case scenario, you can kill a lot of people by failing it. And also, if your dweller are on low health, I don't really recommend you to rush it, because you could die from it, alright? But it's generally worth it to rush it, because you get experience, so your dwellers level up faster and you get money out of it. So rush, 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 as long as it's below 40%. 50% sometimes is worth it, but above 50% is never worth it. Tips number 7. Alright, so the best layout for your vault, for getting the best efficiency and, you know, just generally aesthetically looks very good, is 3, 1, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so 3 rooms together for maximum efficiency, 1 elevator, then another 3 rooms for max efficiency, then 2 rooms. Any 2 rooms that doesn't need, you know, like merging together to get the maximum efficiency, like such as storage room or med bay. And then the last one is 1 for your elevator, because you really need to elevator. 1 elevator will bottleneck your vault like hell, so nobody can move around properly, etc. So I recommend 3, 1, 3, 2, 1. Tips number 8. Alright, so you wanna get a good weapon ASAP and give it to one of the person and assign that person for guard duty on the vault door, because you really don't want any raider to come knocking on your door with no guards, so it can kill your whole vault. And believe me, you will get weapon from the free lunch boxes, and just assign him there and just make sure he guards the bloody place. Alright, great, awesome. And last one, although I don't have a special character that have high endurance and high luckiness, at least in my save file right now, the only important stats for wandering dweller when you send them to explore is endurance and luck, from my experience at least. Strength doesn't do anything, dexterity doesn't do anything, other stats other than endurance doesn't do anything. So yeah, that's the end of the video. If you got any other tips, if you have any other advanced strategy, please do message me. And with that, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys do enjoy, hit that like button. And see you all in the next video. Stay cool, don't troll.